Hello, welcome everyone. This is Amy, Mystic Rose Tarot. Happy Imbolc, Candlemas, Bridget's Day. Today's Thursday, February 1st. This is the day especially more in Europe, where we celebrate the first light of winter. And so in various European and also pagan traditions, they pay homage to Saint Bridget, who is seen as the Celtic goddess of fertility. And then we have Candlemas and Imbolc for those who want to take the first day or the first light of winter and just pay homage to this and respect. On this day, in some areas, depending on where you are here in the Northern Hemisphere, you may notice some sprouting. Anything that was planted during the fall season, like September, October, may start to be blossoming. Not blossoming, but just starting to sprout out. I know where I am right now, some of the cherry blossoms are starting to show, which was quite nice because we had a little bit of warm weather here. So this is the time of the year where we are in Imbolc between the Yule winter solstice and the spring Ostara equinox. Ostara is making reference to Eastern and brings in the spring equinox, where we start moving into those early days, early months of spring. But here I want to focus particularly in this transitional time that we are in between winter solstice and spring equinox. These two cards here, this is from the WildWood Tarot. These two cards I brought out because the creator, the writer of this book, Mark Ryan and John Matthews, they make reference to the Polestar here ushering in the time of Imbolc, while the Ancestor here is paying homage and drawing in that respect of the winter solstice. So when winter solstice comes, it's the darkest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, they're getting ready to bring in summer, or the peak of summer, where that's the longest day of the year. Here, with this transition, we're seeing different energies. We're seeing, I'm going to bring this card up here just to draw reference here of our ancestral energy. Okay, this card here with the WildWood Tarot makes reference to the winter solstice. This card is also associated with the Hierophant, and this is drawing in this energy, and it is also associated, with the new moon that we see here in the background, but also bringing in the energy, the element of air and earth. Okay, so as I mentioned, during this time of the year, we start seeing some signs of growth. We start seeing buds slowly starting to produce. And this Ancestor card here is welcoming us in this transitional phase from the winter solstice to Imbolc. Okay, I'm going to read a passage here from the WildWood Tarot book. The Ancestor is linked to the part of our soul that is most ancient and most closely related to the archetypes that represent nature. This guardian here is of the sacred heart of the land and summons you by beating the dream to summons you by beating the drum to the heartbeat of the earth. This is when you're fully connected from spirit to earth. The ancestor stands before the gateway of nature that leads into the far forest. This is another beginning. Once you pass through the gateway, you must strive to stay on the path and see the journey through to the end. Okay. So this is now, as we go from Yule, winter solstice, we go here to this card representing the time of Imbolc. Okay, we're going from one cycle, the end of one cycle, transitioning between December, the winter solstice, to Imbolc of February 1st. Our winter solstice for 2023 was on the 21st. So as we go to this point of Imbolc on February 1st, we start seeing a different kind of connection here. Okay, remember the forest? From here, it's desolate, it's bare, everything's been stripped. To here. Okay, not that it happens immediately and, in a matter of 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, but this here, the Polestar, represents our inner selves. The forest, if you read in some books regarding the tarot, forest represents our inner self. This is us walking in this transition. Remember the light, the journey to the road to the end, however long that may be. This is where we are right now in Imbolc. The power, the pure white light of the Polestar illuminates the dark void of the universe and casts its radiance upon the earth. The star, this card is associated with the star, represents the remotest power in the celestial sky and the interaction and fusion of particles that produce light and heat. Okay, again, this is our inner self. This is reaching our highest potential. The star is also seen as the healer. The blessing of the Polestar radiates to the earth across the abyss and reminds us that the same stuff of creation that fuels and binds these mighty sentinels of the night sky burns within us. We are influenced by what's outside. It becomes part of us. If something from outside embraces us, we take it, we explore with it what lessons it has for us to learn. So on this day of Imbolc, this is going to be a very, very short video, but I just want to send some thoughts out. So on this Imbolc, this is us reaching out to our highest potential. Okay. This is our outer selves completely stripped. This is all the work that's been done. Winter solstice comes. Now we start doing the work. Imbolc is all about fertility, light, waxing energy, things that we are working on, have been working on, what we want to bring towards us, what will empower us. So on this day of Imbolc, what is of inspiration? What has been of inspiration to us? What is inspiring us right now? And where do we want to take this energy? We follow this light. We feel that our days are getting longer. We're getting more light. Our energy is starting to change. It's slowly gaining our momentum is starting to build towards the work that we're putting towards our efforts. And then comes springtime, the energy's released. We start seeing the changes that we've gone through, the shifts, the dynamic changes that have taken place from the fall to the winter solstice, to this time of Imbolc. Whenever you are feeling lost in the dark labyrinth of life, remember that the same laws and primal matter that bind the Polestar and fuel its giant heart has also formed you. This is also representing the month of Aquarius, where Aquarius and that star card is associated with collective conscious healing, working together with people at a higher plane, taking all this knowledge, all the guidance that we got from our ancestors, from our influence, our familiar influences, how it's shaped us, then where do we go with it? What do we do with it on the symbol? This is a time that we start connecting with this element of earth for foundation and grounding, and air for our higher consciousness, for our personal expression of how we feel and see things. This is a very important time as we start getting ready to enter the next turn of the wheel of the year. So for this reading of Imbolc, very quickly, February 1st, February 2nd, remember, we are the travelers at this time. We're on this inner journey for change within ourselves, but also change in how we perceive things at a greater level. Think about the star. Look up as as the moon starts rising. Look at the stars. Look at the power that's out in the celestial sky. Very strong, very inspiring. And if you find a star that just stands out to you, or even one of the planets in the distance, throw out your intentions. Not throw out, but throw your intentions. Focus your intentions on the energy of that star. Where you want it to go. Where do you want it to take you? This is all about potential. Potential within ourselves. Shaping that potential and putting it outward. Right? So many blessings on Imbolc today. A lot of shifts are happening at many different levels every month, every day, every week. But at this seasonal peak of transition, this is a time to kind of see where we came from that winter solstice to where we are right now, and where we want to go when we get to the spring equinox. Alrighty. Any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Excuse me. And I have some guests coming up. Sorry, my throat's getting a little dry. I have some guests coming up on my channel. Look out for community posts for those dates. February is going to be a great month of recognizing and exchanging knowledge and creative inspiration with some of the guests that I have coming up. I'm keeping you a surprise, but subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will talk further about this the next time I do another video, which will be coming up very soon. All right? Thanks so much for watching. Happy Imbolc, everyone. And follow that guiding star that you may see that just speaks to you, and put out your intentions into it.